My name is Gus Olson, and over the past 12 months, I've had the pleasure of dating over 100 incredible women. And in this video, I'll talk about the first essential step to dating success. Now, a lot of guys come to me and then they say that their dating lives are not that good, they're frustrated, they're not satisfied, they're not getting dates, they're not having adventures. So the first thing I usually ask them is, okay, well, tell me in the last month, in the last 2 months, how many dates have you had? They usually tell me 1, 2, 3, 0. And then I ask them, okay, so how many approaches, how many conversations have you initiated with women in real life in the last 30 to 60 days? And this is the answer that usually surprises me because they say 0, 1, 2, 3. And then I usually look at them and tell them, well, this is exactly the problem, because how do you expect your dating life to change if you're not initiating conversations with women? By not initiating conversations, there's literally no potential for anything to happen and also for you to improve. So this is the first step, and I'll tell you why. So in the beginning, you should be doing at least 30 approaches per week. So you should be initiating conversations with at least 30 women per week. Why? Number one is, in the beginning, when you're most likely not that good, you need a lot of volume to practice. You need a lot of volume to get better, because if you're not practicing, how else are you going to get better? So me, at this stage, maybe I can get away doing 5, 10 approaches per week, which is still more than most people do anyways. But for you, if you're at the beginning stages of this journey, you need to be doing more, because for you to compensate for your lack of skill, you need to compensate with more volume. Now, the second reason. So one is to obviously get better, but the second is just pure statistics, right? So for me, right now, on average, to get a girl interested, to get a girl hooked, to get their number, for something to happen, I might have to talk to 2 to 4 girls on average. So maybe let's say 3 on average. But I might have a bad streak where I talk to 10 girls and nothing happens. That can still happen because of statistics, because of regression to the mean. Now for you, on the other hand, at your beginning stage of your journey, you might need to talk to 20, 30, 40 women on average to get her interested and for something to even happen, for her to give you the phone number. So that's an average. Now, with statistical regression to the mean, you might have a bad streak of, let's say, 60 to 80 conversations where nothing happens. So if you're only doing 1 approach per week, that's like more than a year, right? Nothing's going to happen. So these are the 2 reasons why you need to be doing more approaches, right? And that's the first essential step to any dating success. And that's only the first step. And most guys, they're not surpassing the first step because they're not doing enough approaches. So we cannot even be talking about what you say during the conversations, or how you're flirting, how you're teasing, how you're storytelling, vibing, because there's no potential, there's not enough volume. So this is the main point of the video. Now, you might come to me and you might say, well, I understand that, but I just cannot do it. I have anxiety. So that's okay. If you realize that at least this is the goal, and you have set that goal, you need to initiate more conversations. And approach anxiety is the thing that's stopping you. Well, there's 2 ways you can fix that, right? So number one is warming up. Now, I've talked about this in other videos, warming up and basically breaking things down into smaller steps. That's the first way you get over your approach anxiety. So maybe you go out and you start asking for directions. You ask for directions for 3 people, then you ask for directions to 3 women, then you give compliments to 3 women, and you slowly build your way up. I made a video about this topic in another video, so I'll link this down in the description. But that's essentially how you can break it down the first way. And then the second way is, for a lot of guys, when they approach and when they go out, they have this voice inside their heads that starts telling them that they cannot do this is weird. Basically, they have a lot of resistance. So the way you can overcome that is you can be with someone who knows what they're doing and who has that confidence to talk over that other voice. So this is, for example, what I do with my students is I either go out with them in real life, or I am on a call with them on the phone and WhatsApp. And when that resistance, when that voice in your head starts saying, hey, you should not do this, you should not talk to women in real life, this is weird, they're gonna judge you, you're gonna be ostracized from the society, someone's gonna punch you in the face. This is when I can come in and I can start talking basically providing my other voice and saying, hey, this is completely normal. You're a normal guy. Talking to a girl in real life is the most normal thing you can be doing, and you are enough. So by being with someone who has done it, who you trust, and who can provide you that motivational support is the key to overcoming approach anxiety. So pairing that with warming up is the way you overcome that. But you need to do this. You need to get to at least 30 approaches per week consistently. Because if you're not doing that, then I have to tell you that nothing's going to happen. Sorry, but nothing will happen if you're not doing enough volume. And 90% of men that I talk to, they're not doing enough volume. So you need to set that as the number one priority, and you need to overcome this. So once you do, then we can move on and start talking about other things. I hope you found this video helpful. Subscribe and let me know in the comments what you want to see next.